Well, thank you very much, everybody. A lot of progress is being made, as you see. And we're reopening our country, and it's very exciting. And it should have never happened. This plague should never have happened. It could have been stopped, but people chose not to stop it. And it's a very sad thing for the world, 184 countries at least. But it's a great honor to have you with us, friends of mine, who have been truly great business leaders and are great business leaders. And you're opening up your company again, too, if you think about it, right? You're sort of doing a reopening, but they're great companies, and they'll do very well, hopefully better than ever before, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing tremendous pent-up demand, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So it's wonderful to have America industry leaders, and that's what you are, true leaders, to the White House. You've been here before, all of you, and we've talked about it in different times. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and nobody even disputes that. And one day they walk in, they say, "Sir, we're going to have to close it up until we get rid of this hidden enemy, this terrible scourge." And that's what we did, and we did the right thing. We did an incredible job. We worked with the governments. We worked with states all over the country. We had no ventilators, or very few, from previous administrations, and we became the king of ventilators. We have thousands and thousands of ventilators. We're now helping other countries with ventilators. We had old-fashioned tests that didn't work. They were really obsolete. They didn't work. They were broken. And we end up, the testing has been incredible now, and to a level that nobody's seen. I got a call from President Moon of South Korea. He said, "Congratulations, your testing is just, nobody's ever seen anything like we're doing." We've tested more than all countries put together, and millions of tests, and the highest quality test. But it's great to be with you. We're joined by Matt Maddox of Wynn Resorts, Chris Reynolds of Toyota, Chris Nassetta of Hilton, Josh Bolton of the Business Roundtable, Walt Emer of Waffle House, and thanks to Vice President Mike Pence, Secretary Steve Mnuchin, and Secretary Eugene Scalia. That Scalia has very good genes. Where's Scalia? He has very good genes, that guy, I'll tell you. Scalia, he's got the Scalia genes, right? We all know what that means. We mourn, and I have to say this so strongly, we mourn every life tragically lost to the invisible enemy, and we're heartened that the worst of the pain and suffering is going to be behind us. We think we really have crossed a big boundary, and much better days are ahead. And I often say I see the light at the end of the tunnel very strongly. This demand is going to be incredible. I think next year is going to be an incredible year for our economy. I think the fourth quarter is going to be really, really good. Kevin, we were talking about that before. You maybe will say something. And we're going to be in a transition quarter next quarter, the third quarter. And I think we'll do very, very nicely there from an economic standpoint. But thanks to the devotion of the American people, the number of new cases continues to decline. The United States has now conducted nearly 6 million tests, far more than any other nation, as I said. So many tests, and so much has been learned about what we're fighting. And if it does rear up a little bit in the fall, or even a lot, we'll be able to put it out. We'll put out the embers, or we'll put out the flames. 2 weeks ago, we released guidelines to give states a real strong indication of what we want and how we want it done. We've really had a good relationship with the states. Mike Pence has worked very, very hard with the task force. He's headed the task force, so importantly, with a great group of people. And it's just been incredible what's taken place over a very short period of time, including the gowns and all of the surgical equipment and the safety equipment and masks. People don't talk about masks anymore. That's the other thing. They're not talking about masks. They were talking about where are the masks, because we had a cupboard that was bare. We didn't have a lot of equipment or medical supplies in the cupboard that we inherited. Now we're taking in millions and millions of masks. I'll give you a number that you won't even believe we have an order. 500 million masks coming in. And we've delivered millions and millions and tens of millions of masks all over. So you don't hear about that anymore either. You don't hear about ventilators. You don't hear about masks. And you shouldn't be hearing about testing, but that's the last thing they can complain about, I guess. You know, if we do 2 million tests, they said, how come you didn't do 3? Well, we do 3, and then they say, how come you didn't do 4? That's like a dream for the media. But we've done incredible with testing, and you'll see over the next coming weeks. Mike, you may want to speak about that a little bit, but over the next coming weeks, you'll see some astonishing numbers. I don't know that all of that's even necessary. You have some governors that love the tests. You have others that like doing it a different way, an old-fashioned way, with some testing, but we're going maximum testing. We've encouraged the more than 30 states that have taken steps to resume economic activity already. We've given them tremendous encouragement and support. We're backing them 100%. You know, many governors have called me, telling me their plans, laying them out. Governor of Texas, Oklahoma, governor of Arkansas, many governors. I spoke with Governor Cuomo. We had a great talk today on a different subject, but he wants to get open. Everybody wants to get open. They want to get open, and they want to get back to business. And their constituents, the citizens of this country, want to get back. And that's what's happening. So I just want to perhaps start off by introducing our vice president, and then we'll go around the table, and you'll introduce yourself and say a few words to the media. You're covered by very serious media out here. The audience can't see it, but these are the most wonderful human beings. Actually, this is a nice group. I can't imagine. We actually have a nice group of people. But, Mike, if you could say a few words, please, that would be great, and then we'll go around the table. Thank you.